Howdy, folks.
Hello.
Howdy, folks.
How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm doing great. I'm gonna exit my Isaac run so I can focus purely on launching rockets today.
Do you think the people sat at the NASA mission control are all sat there playing Isaac? Probably.
If they're as addicted to it as I have been, yeah, I think they are. It's an illness. I admit it. I have it. It's entirely my fault. What can I do?
Now,
are you ready to give us edge work? There's no edge work as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't really know how that kind of thing is going to work. You're probably sat there watching this game right now thinking it just looks like a very blocky version of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. And, yeah, you'd
That's
be
because it's a very blocky
correct.
version of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah. So we're playing Rockets Are Super Hard today.
On Twitch, I've had to call it Launch Party. I'm sure you're not surprised.
Really? Like when you tag it with a game?
Yeah, there's no Rockets Are Super Hard.
Interesting. YouTube found Rockets Are Super Hard.
That's interesting.
Must be updating from different APIs.
Must be. All right, let's go to. There we go. There we are. I will have everybody know that it's been really warm in my office today, and therefore I'm not wearing my shorts today. So you will not be seeing me from the waist down today. And if I do have to, for some reason, get up from my desk, I will make sure I go to the "Be Right Back" screen for your benefit. Not that there aren't other people on Twitch who are basically completely naked all the time. And that's fine, apparently.
Rubik's wants to know, how is this game going? How is it going?
So we don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't really know. We tried the tutorial off stream just to make sure it was at least like, bare level of functionality. But besides that, yeah, we've not played it yet. I think, Rex, you said let's run the tutorial just for a stage or two to show how the game works.
Yeah.
And then we'll start the campaign, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump into level 0 tutorial here, which I don't think requires any help at all. I think I just launched the rocket.
Level 0 tutorial is you pressing launch at the correct time.
So this is how every mission begins. I have this giant mission control, station control panel with loads of info that might be used for various puzzles. You can see the pre-launch sequence is empty. So there isn't even a step 1 to do pre-launch here. Meaning as soon as we hit 0, I can just hit that launch button. And I have to wait until the countdown reaches 0 before I can do this. And there it is. Liftoff.
Liftoff.
You're amazing, Sky.
Oh, thanks. It's a tough puzzle, though. Ah, I can change the cameras? No, there's only one camera. Okay.
You expected a robust interface. Look at you.
This one's called Launch 2.
You are.
This camera's called Launch 2, but there's no Launch 1.
Oh, there's a guide.
Oh, is there something in here that tells us to like?
No, I just thought.
Oh, sure. People can follow along with the guide and
guide.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Rex, do you want to grab a cost for me, just for the second level of tutorial here?
Sure. I think Puppy's better at these barcodes than I, but
only because I've done one with Tilly and I've not done one with you. I thought you might want to try it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this starts 1-1-1, so black to begin with. 1-1-1.
Yeah.
And then I almost want to call this a 1.5. It's maybe just slightly bigger, and then another 1-1-1. So it's a black 1, white 1, black 1, and then a slightly bigger gap, and then another black 1, white 1, black 1.
Puppy.
It's the sixth on the left column.
On the left, I get the 750 is what you're saying, or 144?
No, sorry, fifth. The fifth on the left.
144000.
Do you see how that's what I've said?
I would have said the gap was a 0. Yeah, I do. I was what I was going to guess.
Sky, I think for future reference, I think those slightly wider gaps
Yeah.
on that,
Yeah.
I think we're still just going to call them ones.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's either that or we have to come up with names for like sets of black bars, right?
Sure.
Like double thin. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that.
Yeah.
I like our system that we had.
Okay, that's fine. I can just call those ones, as long as you're aware.
Hey, Kiki. How are you? Hi, egg fried cheese. Hi, silly puppy.
In your browser, egg fried cheese, just type in rocket.guide. Don't worry about the HTTPS part.
Oh, I just did that. Oh. That's interesting. Here.
Okay, now I need to know if Rocket, because I know there's a triple X domain. There's no rocket.xxx, just so you know. I have to check. I mean, I've heard there's a triple X top level domain. I didn't know. I've heard tell of such a thing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'll stop spinning the camera, folks. But what is quite funny is that there does appear to be a limit to how far the camera spins, but it's like 720 degrees in both directions, which is very odd. Okay, so anyway, that's how the game works, and I'm gonna jump out and we're gonna try the first real campaign mission, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go.
And I guess we are going to try and run this in parallel a little bit, so I'm going to send someone somewhere and go to the other, just like Catane.
Yeah. Is there? I know, Rex, I mentioned earlier that the table of contents is clickable, that you can go to a certain page, and you said that you
Right.
could middle click, and it would open a new tab. I wish there was an easier way to keep this sort of table of contents up and available to me, but it's all right.
Side by
Oh,
side.
really? What would you...
Windows, maybe?
Well, because there's times where like we're gonna need to have the pre-launch page up,
And,
but we're also
an
gonna have to have
appendix 5.
one of the appendices up as well.
Yeah, I just go back tab, you shift, and then, go click on the appendix and then mouse. I'll show you how it's done sometime.
Okay. Maybe I just need a better PDF viewer that like lets me do fancy shit.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just using Firefox.
Same. Well, Chrome over here. Although Firefox is starting to sound really good. 'Cause- Do you remember when Google shit was really good?
Those are the days, eh?
It's not?
I mean, no. Google has now bloatwared and adwared and just gone the same way as every other company, which is really ironic for a company whose motto used to be "Don't be evil."
Yeah, didn't one of the newer
Interesting.
Google CEOs said that they thought it was the stupidest motto ever because evil can't be easily defined?
Oh,
Which,
Plucky was bemoaning the fact that Google was killing off some apps.
Oh, Google's killed
I
off
forget what-
hundreds of apps.
Yeah. They just killed off new ones yesterday or the
Hooray.
day before.
yeah. I
Go
want my
Google.
Hangouts back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. like,
If they get rid of voice, I'll be really bummed. Because I use that. People have my voice number. It's like my better phone number.
yeah, I run my porn thing through there as well. It's just easier. They don't have my actual number.
Yeah.
You understand.
Kiki.
Hi,
The
Kiki. Hi, egg
live
fried
streaming
cheese.
cat.
Yes, and egg fried cheese was kind enough to let me know that my music was so ridiculously high it was drowning out everything. We fixed it since.
Oh, okay.
Are we ready for La Mission Numero Uno?
I think so.
Let's go.
This one is
I
called
speak-
Early Bird.
Early bird.
Here we go, folks. This is a full launch mission. I don't know if that is distinct from a pre-launch, which seems to be all the tutorial was doing, was pre-launch stuff. So
Okay.
I think there may even be a case where we launch at T-0 and then stuff happens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So pre-launch, out. I have an out payload specs. Not quite sure what that means. Oh, I guess it's this software puzzle.
Okay.
Who wants it? Silly, do you want to take that?
I'll take it.
Okay, so let me know what I need to tell you. Maybe it's just that it says payload specs parentheses as though it's a function name. Rex. There's two other things I see here. Oh, this is just the launch button, I guess. But I have a big panel that says pigeon.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Build the software correctly depending on the output presented on the terminal.
So the output, I guess, is payload specs.
Oh, if...
Let me know if you want me to read anything to you, Rex.
No, Pigeon's a 3-stage rocket.
Okay.
You got you do certain things at certain altitudes.
So
Percentage.
I see comm, like maybe communication, and fuel, and then orbit, all appear to come after propulsion. So those are maybe steps that we're going to be doing. Silly.
Can you do backup, or is it lowercase ba?
I can do lowercase ba, yeah.
Lowercase ba, please.
Now it's asking for find flight, semicolon.
Okay.
You say comms, what else?
Fuel, which currently says 0. I have comm ... and fuel 0 are both written under the word propulsion. Yeah, silly.
That's another B. That's another lowercase Bravo Alpha.
Now I have the word purple, nothing else.
Okay, that is capital Romeo lowercase Echo.
Machine error, parentheses.
That is also Romeo Echo.
Build complete.
Yes.
So, do I have to... I don't think I have to submit anything. I think that's just good now.
Do anything else?
Great.
Yeah.
So, am I actually okay to just start the countdown?
Did Rex do his thing?
Rex's thing is going to come after we launch, I think.
What's it called?
There's comms, which is I think a pre-launch thing.
Yeah, comms is pre-launch.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure how I would submit something for comms. What do you need for comms? Can I help you with it? Oh, I can choose a fuel with these arrows, plus and minus. I see.
Dish direction.
Dish direction is... I can see a picture of a dish, but I'm not sure how...
Well, hang on a sec. I got an appendix.
Ooh, I think we're out of time here. Sorry, I thought I was waiting to read
No
you
worries.
something, Rex.
Ooh, this is
Yeah.
okay. Get your rocket version, then only add the shaded nodes to the value. Direction. Different communication.
Wait, this dish direction. Mission control north south.
Mission.
It's got east west ID.
I have a literal camera pointed
Pigeon
at...
is
Yeah.
ID 3. He said we had a pigeon.
Pigeon is
propulsion.
the rocket, yeah.
Yeah. And it was ID 3 according to the pigeon page.
ID 3?
It's for us.
Okay, fine.
And oh wow.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out this comms thing.
It's fluid.
Appendix 2. Appendix 2 just shows...
North south.
South.
Is it... So I have a physical image of the launch pad. Am I supposed to just know which way north is on that image based on something that you have?
Okay, it shows that mission control is north of the launch pad.
Right, okay. So I guess the dish is north because it's pointing at me.
Okay, that makes sense.
I assume that's how that works.
Okay. I'm willing to give that a try. Hi, Greek Bull. Hello, Axido.
Wow.
On this one, we're out of time, unfortunately. but-
Take a look at the pigeon for a sec page. I'm looking page 47, pups.
Okay, why are we looking at that?
Because he had a pigeon. Pigeon is a 3-stage rocket with 4 components. The rocket must be adjusted during the flight with the values below. In the very readable graphic below, the inner ring constitutes stage 1, the middle ring stage 2, and the outer ring stage 3.
But this is post-launch. This is after pre-launch. This is
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
we're gonna need it.
Well, yeah.
I kind of want to know how it works.
Just on the flame.
Terminal gives you a value from 0 to 360, and then
So based off of whatever value he gets, are your
we'll
what
give him the
region you're in.
number.
Yeah. Like, let's say you get like 200, your numbers would be 5, 4, and 22 because it's the southwest.
Right. Okay. Wow.
I don't know what we do with those.
No, I don't know either.
Should we give it another go, see how we get on?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Sure. I mean, we're going to fall on our faces a few times just to, like,
More than once.
As we learn how it
understand
works.
this.
Do you want to try the software this time, Rex?
Let's just talk to Pups and see what software did.
Software. So he would give me things like
Machine error.
machine error semicolon. I would have to find machine error in these statements, and then find out what, and then do the appropriate command. And I assume you had 3 buttons in front of you.
Yeah.
With that-
Berate.
Boo, ba, ray. Yes. One of them is build, backup, or refresh.
Machine error.
So I have machine error parentheses right now.
Okay.
Which happens to be near the
And blast.
It's in blast, and so you would tell him to do refresh, which is RE.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to just do a retry here for time because that's about
Yeah.
a third of the time gone
Okay.
already.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty
yeah,
short.
That's fine.
Kiki, the live streaming cat, says if we have questions, just ask. They've played before.
Okay, cool. I think we'll probably
Nice.
try and work as much out as we can, but if we do get stuck, then that's good to know.
Certainly we will.
All right, I'm going to hit retry. Rex, get ready on that
Yeah.
software. Silly, you're going to the pigeon thing, I guess. So Rex, you're starting with launch rocket parentheses. Launch rocket parentheses. So Silly, for you, we need to do the communication thing and the fuel thing, I guess.
Okay, let's go to the comm thing.
Yeah.
Which is the wait? It's called fuel, or just comms?
There's 2 different things to do, I think, here. One of them is fuel, one of them is comms.
Okay, let's do comms.
Sure.
So which way is the satellite dish?
It's pointing at me again. I'm actually not 100% if that's the thing I'm meant to be looking at here, but I see a dish pointing at me, so we'll say north.
Okay, so we'll say north. So I'm going to say that's 3, and then I'm going to go to Appendix 2.
God.
North is ID
Launch
1.
dot rocket or launch underscore rocket?
Just launch space rocket, parentheses.
Okay. Different communication.
Oh, I see it. Backup. BA.
Thank you. Again, all spaces. Void wind direction, parentheses. Void wind direction, parentheses.
The direction of the satellites on the launch pad. And then add the
Refresh.
Refresh, thank you.
RE.
Function error, nothing else. Function error. Silly, sorry.
I apparently need to get a rocket version.
Rocket
Backup.
version, I might be able to get that to you. Rocket version
Backup.
is yeah, so find flight semicolon. Find flight semicolon. Rocket version, silly, is 2 vertical lines, a horizontal line, and a diagonal top left to bottom right. Does that make sense?
Not at all. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Cool. The rocket version almost is made up of lines forming part of an asterisk kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like they all have a pivot at the center.
Is he doing a pigeon?
Yeah.
I am not doing a pigeon.
Oh.
Don't spread rumors around like that.
Rocket version. Why are you needing the version?
I know your thumb doesn't mean I'm doing a pigeon. Is that like a euphemism for something?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Um,
I'm
where am I
utterly
going next, Kai?
I need that
confounded
find
on
flight exclamation. Semicolon.
What? I'm sorry.
Find flight semicolon. Did you give me that?
Step 2.
Find space flight.
Yes. Semicolon.
Yeah, back up.
Is it a
Back up.
color?
You could have a look at fuel for pigeon, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mir Rexy.
I'm just looking. I'm trying to help. I'm done with software. Is that correct?
You're done with software.
I can't figure out comms at all. This direction.
We are out of time, unfortunately, but I can stay. I can stay in here to check stuff.
Like, why do I need Appendix 2 for this? Satellite dishes.
ID is 0, 1, 2, or 3.
Yes.
The pigeon has ID 3.
So am I. That's a different ID.
Is it?
I think so. This ID is specific to the direction upon which the satellite dishes are pointing.
I was thinking maybe pigeons are always facing east.
Kiki, any input that we should know about here? Directions. Start with the direction of the satellites on the launch pad.
Are we right in saying it's north?
Here's a question. Are there any other views of the launch pad that you can see?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Hang on. Launch 2, which usually is the one that's in the sky. Launch 2 is
Okay.
following the rocket last time, but yeah, no, I can actually.
I think
You can.
the ID, the ID of pigeon is 3, therefore it's east. And
Check
then
Appendix
we do
17.
east.
Hang on. Sorry. No, you can. For some reason, you can cycle down to the next cameras and not up. So I missed them. There are other. There are other cameras. Where is mission control on the cameras?
Also, Rex, rocket version is Appendix 17. Rubix gets full credit for this.
Rocket version.
I'm not sure where mission control is meant to be on these cameras.
Yeah, but that's version.
Yeah, rocket version, which... Okay,
Was needed where?
comms.
Comms.
They don't tell us that anywhere. They don't tell us anywhere that's in... There's a 15 next to it, and I have a feeling that it's supposed to say 17.
Comms.
Yeah, it's probably used to be in Appendix 15, and now it's 17.
So how are we supposed to know the version? Does this guy have like runways?
Yeah, he can see a version. He can see the lines that are out there, and that gives me the version. Kiki says one
Okay.
of the cameras matches the top-down view in the manual, if memory serves me right.
There is a top-down view, yeah.
And that should tell me where the satellites on the launch pad are relative. And add the core values to this. The core values are included in the box below. Only those in the shaded part are included. Core values.
Yeah, when you give me software, give me words that I can search. So if it's find space flight, say find space flight. Because
Sure.
otherwise I'm searching with my eyes and they're not as good as they once were.
Okay.
I'm still confused at how comms works.
Okay, comms.
Dish direction. Start with the direction of the satellites on the launch pad, then add the core values to this. The core values are included in the box below. Only those in the shaded part are included. What does that mean, node worth? Get the rocket version, then only add these shaded nodes to the value. Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
What do you see? I don't.
Okay. So we're going to get a value from step 1 on this dish direction. Then we're going to use the rocket version, which is in Appendix 17.
Right.
And will tell us whether the version is 1 through 9. Then, based off of that 1 through 9, we're going to look at that little box of dots above us.
Right.
And we're going to, let's say we get a version 1.
Right.
We're going to, with the node, it says node worth is 1. We're going to count 1, we're going to add the value 1 times the number of white dots inside the shaded areas. Which is
why white
6,
dots?
because version 1 is white. Then the lighter gray is version 3.4, the darker gray is 5.6, and the black dots are 7.8.9.
Okay.
So we're going to multiply the number of dots times their worth to the value we get out of step 1, and then that's the value.
How do we know which of these regions we're using?
All of them. We're using all the shaded regions.
But not the unshaded regions.
Nothing in the unshaded regions.
So, for instance, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white dots.
Wait. So the manual, Kiki says, so the manual shows every possible comms dish, and it depends on which version of the rocket it is. Only dishes in the shaded area matter for this module.
So should I be describing to you in my top-down view where the dishes are?
Yes.
Okay, so they're on the right-hand side in the top-down view.
Which is
the big circle? I don't understand. Is the region a circle or a square or a rectangle?
I'm totally baffled.
Sky?
Yeah.
Does this region have a shape?
What do you mean by region?
Okay. You just used the word region.
I think Silly used the word region. I'm just telling you where I see a satellite dish on my camera.
Okay.
The shadedness of the dots shows which dishes correspond to which version of the rocket they can show up with. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, like, for a version 1 rocket, Rex,
version 1 rocket,
only the dots that are in white are even possible to show up to Sky.
Got it.
And then we have to ask, like, let's say he has white ones, we'll ask, like, are there any near the bottom quarter of the screen, and are they to the, and then are there any on the right half of the screen, or are there any in the upper left quarter of the screen? And so we have to figure out whether we count them or not, because Some of them are in shaded regions, circles and rectangles, and some of them are not.
I'm lost.
Me too. I don't even know what the proper answers are. Is it a number that we end up giving you, Sky?
So for communications, I have no fucking idea. The only thing I seemed to be able to change then was the fuel. I have like plus and minus buttons that let me change the fuel value. For communication, I don't know what I could have changed. I'm going to just hit retry here quickly, not to actually have a proper go, but there is an enter button on this panel.
To see what the controls are.
So this enter button doesn't appear to do anything. If I put a number into fuel and press enter, I think I got a noise happened. Yeah, okay, anytime I press enter it goes like wee. But nothing's changing on comm, I can only change the fuel now. Is like a light happening when I do that? No, okay. Ah, so my satellite dishes are different this time, to be fair. Is no satellite dishes an option?
I guess it could be.
Well, they should be on the right hand side, it's just that they're obscured by the rocket.
Kiki, can you explain to me the first step, the direction of the satellites? Yeah, we understand that there's different types of modules. We don't understand the method to solving this particular one.
Yeah, I don't see any input to change the comms, to be honest. Okay, I button mashed enter and I failed and it says needed 0, inputted 8, which I think is a fuel amount. I think I said 8 fuel.
I don't see a fuel. I have a fuel burn off.
Ah, these are strikes? These are strikes, I see. This noise is a strike. Right, that makes sense. I have a fail rate and a fail max, which are not quite what they sound like, but fail rate is number of current strikes and fail max is strikes to fail the entire mission.
To fail a mission. Okay.
The fuel appears to be giving me 10% strike limit, so that's quite a lot of error margin.
Yeah, I really want to understand this comms thing. Can we try another run?
Yeah. Okay. We are restarted. What do you want from me?
I need direction of the satellites on the launch pad.
So I'm meant to go to my overhead view, right? And we're meant to like compare. I don't see any on the overhead view.
Okay, well, let's talk about rocket version real quick.
Yeah, sure. One vertical, one lower left to upper right.
So that's version 4.
Okay.
So version 4 corresponds to the lighter shaded grays on our diagram. So you're saying on the overhead there are no satellites?
No, but the rocket is obscuring them on the overhead, so they should be theoretically on the right-hand side. But there's a big rocket in the way.
Oh. Okay, okay, so they would be in the rocket. Where's the rocket? Is it top right or bottom right on the right side?
On the overhead, the rocket. So the camera is like attached to the side of the rocket, if you like. So as the rocket approaches the camera, by the time it reaches the right-hand side of the frame, it's the entire frame. The rocket starts in the dead center of the screen, pretty much, and then comes towards the camera to the right.
I see.
There isn't like a top right or
Kiki
bottom
says,
right.
I'm not sure why we're trying to do comms when there is no comms module on the launch console.
Well, it's in the steps.
That's something else. I don't... There's the
There's all-
modules, like all those blue panels you have,
Yeah.
those are the things we actually have to do.
The thing is, there's also no fuel panel, but there is a panel that says pigeon, so I assumed that was for both of them. Why are we meant to do fuel if there's also no fuel panel?
I don't know. Okay.
Right, okay,
So-
so I see. So we have software, a panel called software, which deals with the pre-launch step, which doesn't say software in the pre-launch steps, it just says output is map. And then the second thing on my steps is labeled propulsion, and we have a panel that says propulsion, and propulsion has two subtitles, which is comms and fuel. So to me that says we have to do comms and fuel. I'm not sure how else you read that.
I don't have one called fuel, though.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's propulsion. Let me just see.
Okay, we're being directed to the end of the document, which is 120, 120, 117 and also notes on page 128. Look at the debug panels and go to the corresponding pages of the book. These turn on at random intervals. Those are your needies, Sky, the debug panels.
Yeah, I don't think I have those.
Not yet. Look at the pre-launch panels, the light blue, and find the corresponding pages in the book. Then complete these panels.
Yeah.
Then when the countdown reaches 0, you can press launch.
Okay.
If you have a full launch, go to the appropriate propulsion page, depending on which rocket you're launching, and complete the instructions. So
Okay,
each of
are
the-
there just two different things called communications then? If you go to the pigeon propulsion page, what do you see?
If I go to the pigeon page,
Does the pigeon propulsion page talk about fuel and comms?
I see a propulsion pigeon,
Yeah.
and then I have a launch thing there.
Okay.
I don't have anything about comms over there.
But does it talk about fuel?
The rocket must be adjusted during the flight with the below values in the very readable graphic below. The Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
It gives me 3 numbers. Those, I don't know if those are fuel. Those are for the 3 stages. It's not going well, Mythbuster. It's not going well.
No. Hi, Caitlin. How you doing?
Okay. Silly, do you want to stick on this propulsion page? I'll get through... we'll do this again. Rex and I will go through software. And
Yeah.
then when we launch, we'll just see if we can work out what's going on with this propulsion thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Go software.
So that's class
Got it.
space mismatch.
I'm sorry, repeat.
Class space mismatch.
BU.
Bad space memory.
Refresh.
Machine space error, parentheses.
Refresh.
Blue, nothing else.
Refresh.
Build complete is good. Okay, so silly. I can hit the countdown whenever, really. But yeah, so we're using this propulsion pigeon panel.
Okay.
And, okay, so to explain what my step looks like on the screen, I have 3 main titles. One is pre-launch, with a sub-step, which we've completed by the looks of it. A second main title called Propulsion, and a third main title called Orbit. So these are just
Okay.
the 3 stages to a launch, I guess.
Yes. Now, when you launch,
Yeah.
before you hit 30%, there's going to be like a number that you're going to get me from 0 to 360.
From 0 to 360, okay, I'll keep an eye out.
The terminal gives you a value from 0 to 360 is what I've been is what I
the
see. in the
terminal,
manual.
I assume, is just this. Okay.
Big screen, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Before you hit 30%,
Yeah.
I need to give you at least one of those numbers.
At least one of those numbers. Okay.
Yeah, I have to give you the stage 1 number before we hit 30%.
Okay, sure. Rex, in the meantime, I don't know if you want to work out if there's anything we need to be doing during orbit. Like, does the back pages explain anything about orbit? I think it doesn't, just because I do have a panel here called orbit, which is empty, but feel free to have a look. Okay, so should we try this, Silly?
Yeah.
I'm going to begin the countdown. I have a button that says end on it, on the launch panel.
I'm sorry, I
not
keep
quite
muting
sure.
myself because I'm eating food.
That's fine.
If you don't hear from me and you're worried about me, say, Rex, unmute yourself.
So com says 0 through 45, 0-45, Silly. Is that what you're after?
It could be, yeah.
Altitude is going up, countdown is going up.
Okay, so you need to set something to 1.
Okay, I've entered 1 for fuel.
Okay, leave it there.
That
until
seemed
we
like
hit-
an error. I have some fail rate, so that might be fucked, but we'll see. Oh, stage 1 separation complete, folks. Well done. Com again says 0-45.
Okay, stage 2 is somewhere starting at about 30% altitude.
I'm
gonna set
about
that to
100
8.
altitude right now.
Is that percent?
No, that's altitude and percent are different things.
Okay, I'd like altitude percent at 30% or 30 to 35%. We'll set the next.
We're way past those. And that's a
Oh.
fail.
Okay.
So yeah, there are two different things that are going up after a launch. There's a bar that goes from 0% to 100%, and I think that's just representing when the separations happen. You know, the bits of the rocket fall off.
That's orbit. That's orbit altitude, right?
Well, I also have a panel on my terminal called altitude, which is also rising as it goes up. Right now, at the point of failure, that had hit 157, whereas the percentage bar on the main screen is around 80% right now.
Okay, it's the percent that I'm interested in this case.
Okay, so we don't care about the altitude number right now.
No,
Okay.
I have to give you 3 different numbers.
Yeah.
Basically, there's different fuel stages for each of the stages, and yeah, there's just 3 of them. So I'll tell you just gotta tell me like what one of them are.
The thing is,
And-
the other number for, like, the other com number that I gave you, we were already past 30 before it even showed me that.
Oh,
But maybe 30 is the point where we get the new number communicated to us, and we just need to do it before separation stage 2 happens at like 80%.
yeah, which is 70%. Yeah.
70. Okay. I think it's maybe that.
Right.
then.
It's a who's on first, back and forth kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's a couple different. I think it's just one per separation stage as we launch.
Okay.
Are you happy to do software again, Rex, or do we want to swap over
Yes.
for variety? You happy on
Yes.
that? Cool. Okay.
Yeah. It's the puppy figure this out, and then we can reach me.
Sure. All right. I'm
I don't
gonna.
mind looking like an idiot. Really, I don't. I mean,
Oh.
it's my default setting, to be honest.
Rex, execute space if space statement.
Build.
Find dot flight parentheses.
Refresh.
Map parentheses.
Math.
Map. M-A-P.
Oh, refresh.
Thank you. Payload space specs parens.
Backup.
Thank you. Build complete. Lovely. I'm going to hit the countdown. Are we all ready?
Yep.
And are we happy that 0-45 that I was telling you, Silly, that is the thing you wanted for the fuel?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, cool. So, beginning countdown.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Do I have to submit the fuel at a certain time?
I
Or is it as
would
soon as you
guess-
give me the number?
No, when I give you, I mean, the first one has to be done between 0 and 30%. The
Okay.
second between 30 and 70.
0-45.
1.
Between 0 and 30, I'm just going to assume that is that. Okay, so I've submitted it. We don't appear to have any failure yet.
After separation stage 1, somewhere after at 30% altitude, get me the next range that you got.
Separation's about to happen. There it is, 45-90.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Submitting. Still no failure by the looks of it.
I like that Rex is checking my homework.
I'm understanding finally.
Launch at 50%. Get ready for separation 2.
Yep.
Stage 2.
Separation 2, 135 to 180. 135 to 180.
13.
13 fuel submitted. Almost at 100%.
I think this is just going to be it.
Camera switch to payload.
Payload.
I think we're launching a satellite. Is that what's going on here?
Mission accomplished.
Mission success. Hey, well done, folks.
Hey.
We worked it out in the
Yeah.
end with some help from chat.
All
Cheers,
right.
folks.
Yeah. Rex, you
So-
saw what we did there, right?
All I saw was you got the did you get the rocket version? Because I didn't hear that.
No, we didn't need that. We don't need that yet.
Okay. You just got the direction and the pigeon number lookup on that round table.
Yep.
That was all you did.
Yep. The
Got it.
first number was the inner ring. The second was the middle ring.
Middle
and the third
ring
was
and
the outer.
yeah, I got that.
Cool.
We ready to go, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The game does not hang about. It did not. I gave it no confirmation at the end of that last mission. It just threw us straight into the next one. But I will restart it. Need a bit of decompression time. Okay, I'm gonna hit restart and we'll see how we do. Okay, I have one pre-launch which is cost. Do you want that one, Silly?
Yep.
Rex, you're going to the propulsion page for Wallop. W-A-L-L-O-P.
Okay.
So start having a look at that. We have an orbit thing to do this time. We'll come back to that. Silly, for cost, we
Yeah.
have, might be the same as last time, 111 and a bigger 111. Let me know if you need any more.
Wait, 111.
It's
Oh,
pretty
and then a
gonna
slightly bigger one, 111.
Yeah, and then 111 again. Rex, what was that?
I'm gonna get a word.
Okay,
And then I'll tell you which of 3 switches
perfect. That
to
sounds good.
press.
Yeah.
I got you. I got your cost at 144,000.
Cool. Okay, I'm not going to do the countdown just yet. Silly, let's you and me talk about orbit. I have
Okay.
I have a pressure panel for orbit.
Got it. I'll look at it.
I have a button that says hold on it, so I don't know if I need to hold that to like maybe bring a value within certain bounds or something,
hold on
like
a sec.
hold down for a certain amount of time.
I'm going to need your rocket version.
Sure. 2 vertical, 1 horizontal, and 1 upper left to lower right. Do you need anything from me, Rex, or are you just happy?
No, it does say commands are going to come at random intervals. Keep an eye on it.
Yes, so the launch takes like 1 minute after I do the launch, so it'll just be happening throughout
Right.
that, I guess. Cool. I'll be with you in
And,
20 seconds maximum, because we're almost out of time. Anything else you need, Silly?
Okay.
Not at the moment.
Cool.
Working it.
In that case, I guess I'm gonna Well, I'll just let the game do its thing because we're on the countdown already. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're launching. Get ready, Rex. Once you've launched, you can't cycle cameras. That's why. Okay. I see one that says thrust on the right-hand side.
Just the first button.
Okay, I did that. It didn't seem to respond to me in any way.
I'm sorry, just the left button.
Yeah, I did that. It didn't seem to give me any kind of response, but I did press it.
You said this is a wallop, correct?
Yes, it's a wallop. Yeah, we didn't get a strike.
Yeah.
So on the left-hand side it says phone, Rex.
Phone.
Oh, that's disappeared. On the right-hand side it says back.
Yes.
Hit nothing.
Okay. On the left-hand side it also says 0101111.
Just the first one.
Done. It's gone. Oh, we did get a strike for one of those.
Just
not
the
sure why.
last one is what I meant to say.
Plus
I
dot NA. Plus dot November Alpha on the
Just
left-hand
the
side.
middle one.
Okay. Does it matter where they appear?
Stage
Page.
I don't think so.
I see the word page.
Page. Just the middle one.
I think we might have been
Got
slightly
it,
late on
Rubik's.
that. Manual. The word manual.
Thank you, Rubik's, but I think I found this one. I think.
The last one, the right one.
Interesting. Okay. Pressure is flashing at me, silly. I think we're
It's
done
a
with...
4-second hold for 4 seconds.
Should I be hitting end on launch and stages? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did input a 4.
Good.
I think I'm gonna press this end button because it's flashing at me. I don't know if I was meant to do that, but I have done it.
mission accomplished.
Yeah, okay, mission success.
There you go.
Mission Success. There we go.
Rexy,
So-
do
Sorry
you
about
want,
that guy.
do you want to learn this orbit pressure thing?
Yes.
Okay. So, he gave us information about the rocket version. It translated to rocket version 7. So keep
Okay.
that.
Right. 7. What page am I going to? Orbit pressure?
Orbit pressure 93.
Got it.
So, we got the we know that we have to get the rocket version, so that was version 7. We also
Right.
needed to know the rocket type. Your rocket was a wallop. We had
Right.
to go to the propulsion wallop page, which is page 57. Are you there?
Get there. Wallop. Yeah.
Now, to the top left of the picture of the wallop, there is a little icon with some dots in it.
Top left.
To the left of the word wallop on page
Yes.
57.
Yeah.
You see that? You see that little icon?
Yes.
Head over to Appendix 16.
Mm-hmm.
Appendix
Wow.
16 shows that icon is a gas rocket.
Mm-hmm.
So now back to our orbit pressure. We have a gas rocket version 7. Gas V7 is located in the section for pressure 4. Do you see it? It says gas V7 somewhere around
Yes.
5
Yeah.
o'clock. So that's what made me answer. The answer to that is 4 because gas V7 is in the 4 area. So he has to hold that for 4 seconds to get
Got
the
it.
proper pressure. That's our answer.
Okay.
So it's a combination of the rocket version and the rocket propulsion type that gets us a pressure value.
Got it.
Piece of cake. I like this game. I'm having fun. It's different. I feel like I'm being like thrown into like Catane, but I don't know anything,
Yeah, definitely.
which is okay. I kind of feel like I need that.
There's a couple things I'm not 100% sure about from that launch.
Okay.
The orbit step I was just kind of confused by, because we finished the propulsion part and the breakaways and stuff.
Yeah.
And then on my panel that has the countdown big red launch button, and also on there it has a little button that says end on it. And I think when there's orbit steps to complete, I think maybe I have to press end to go from propulsion to orbit manually. What's weird?
Kiki says you only press enter if the word comes up on the corresponding screen and there's a gray box in the manual in that position.
We'll come back to that because that's my other question. But yes,
I haven't looked at Wallop at all.
We should have a look at that. But yeah, so I seem to be able to press ends to manually go from the propulsion steps to the orbit step. But what's weird about that to me is, unless I'm misremembering, there didn't seem to be any kind of timer after the propulsion steps. It looked like I could spend as long as I wanted setting up for orbit. And then pressing end, which was kind of weird, but maybe I misinterpreted that.
It's an old two-stage rocket. It's easy to control at the terminal. Respond to the command using the below table.
But yes, my other of my two questions was about, it looked like we should have got a strike or two on the one I was doing with Rex where we didn't. There was one where you told me to press like a right-hand side one and I missed it, and it didn't strike us.
Yeah, I think it did strike us, but we have a limited number of strikes. That's my only guess.
I can see when the strikes go up, and we got 2 strikes on that module, which we did account for on both. But there was 1 or 2 more where, based on your answer, we should have got a strike and didn't. Where you told me to press something, but we'd already run out of time on it, and it didn't strike us for those.
Oh, that's because the answer was don't press anything.
But do you know why? Like, do we understand why?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine then.
The answer I was supposed to tell you was don't push any of the buttons. And so conveniently we were correct.
But like there was one where you told me to push the right-hand button and I missed it. Like we'd already run out of time to do that, and we didn't strike, is what I mean.
I don't know about that.
Okay. That happened at least once.
Okay.
Kiki says you only press end when you finish all of your orbit panels. This must be completed before payload release.
So that is what I did. I did your pressure 4 and then I pressed end. But is there any kind of time on that? Can I spend as long as I want doing the orbit stuff? I guess is my question to Kiki.
Yeah, Michael Williams.
I don't remember there being a timer on it.
I had the weirdest thing happen yesterday.
What's that?
Actually, this morning I woke up and I'd gotten a mosquito bite, which, that'll happen, especially here in Texas.
Sure.
But it bit me near, like, the front ball of my foot, like, on the side of my foot.
Like near your ankle?
No, not like forward from the ankle, but like on the side of the foot, almost like right past the my arch.
Right. Okay. Weird.
Like on the side of my foot. That's a really weird place to get a mosquito bite. Who the fuck does that? Who does that? Who bites on the side of your foot like that? The arm, the leg. Itself,
well, I mean, your cats do.
But the side of a foot? Stupid mosquito. Kiki says there's a payload release timer somewhere in the room. It's very long, though.
Oh, okay, sure. I didn't notice it, but yeah.
Basically, if for Wallop, when you get something like 7-7 on the left panel, you look to see if the manual has a gray box at the intersection of 7-7 and 1. Yes.
Is that what you were doing, Rex? Because apparently you did need my position then.
Hang on a second.
I'd like your position, Rex, this guy.
This was on what was the module? This was on pressure. No,
it was a wallop propulsion.
Wallop, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you press enter under the buttons where the word is at that position, and there's where the word is at a position that has a gray box in it in the manual. So
7-7 means it should not press the rightmost button. He should press the
No.
button.
If there's 3 screens, if 7-7 appears on the rightmost of the 3 screens,
Then you press
Yeah.
then press the enter button underneath 7-7 on the right screen.
And if it doesn't appear there, don't press it
Just
at
don't press
all.
anything.
If it
Correct.
appears in the 1 or the 2 button,
Doesn't matter.
then
Ignore it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you skip.
Okay.
This is button sequences in a sense.
okay.
Like sometimes it says press and sometimes it's a skip. So
It's
I
what,
see.
there's no hold. There's no hold here.
Okay, got it.
It's worth noting as well that the time that we had to do that was pretty tight. They were only giving us maybe like 5 seconds per word there. So if anyone's doing propulsion, just be aware. I think the time is not very forgiving during the propulsion stages.
Propulsion seems to be really, really fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thankfully, you have Rexy.
Uh, oh wait.
Mhm.
There's 7, numeral 7, word 7, and there's also word 7, numeral 7.
Of
Classic
course there
Italian.
is.
Okay, Sky, you gotta be careful with 7 in that in particular.
Okay. I'll remember that.
And I'm going to tell you a position, and you only press it if that's where the button is.
Yes. Sure. Okay.
That's how that module works, and that's how our communication is going to work. Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
There are quite a lot
Look
of
at the-
rocket models, and I'm wondering whether we're actually only going to get one model per mission on the campaign anyway. Although if we started running
Yeah.
random missions after this, then it will come back up.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're probably right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to just sort of introduce us to all the different things that are
Yeah,
in here.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we may get missions that have multiple different possible rockets. Right now, each mission has a particular rocket type, but after they've introduced us to them, we're going to get a random one from a certain set.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, that's what I would do.
There are only 20 campaign missions, and the manual seemed massive, so it's possible it is just
Only
one
20
per-
campaign missions. Wow.
Yes, but then you can do random ones.
Oh. Okay.
Guess what? There appear to be 21 different propulsion rockets.
Oh,
that might
that's
be a
weird.
thing. Or 20 or 21. Yeah, 20, I think, actually.
Okay.
By the way, as a side note, ever since she's been married, Mrs. Puppy only likes one kind of rocket.
Is it those lollies that are like the different flavors, the ice lollies? Like-
Those are the ones, yeah, the red, white, and blue ones. Wise ass. Let's go.
Are we ready for mission 3?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Pre-launch is something called attach. Do you want to have a look at that, Rex?
Sure.
Okay, silly. We've got a shuttle propulsion this time.
Got it.
Looks like I'm going to have to enter 4 different positions.
Okay.
I can change any at any time by the looks of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you both queued up on 2 things. So after this, Rex, you're also going to have a look at orbit noise. So maybe just get the page open at
Noise.
least, but you can look at it while I'm doing propulsion with Silly.
Okay.
And Silly, flight I have this time. Something called Max Q.
Max Quebec.
Max Quebec, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So starting
Okay.
with attach whenever you're ready, Rex. I have 5 buttons.
What are you looking at? What do you see? I see a bunch of circle-ish things.
So my panel has 5 buttons on it. A square, and then 4 arrows of each of the 4 pointing directions. And then
Right.
on my display it says input, enter.
Payload locks need to be firmly attached before liftoff. Depending on the rocket and the rocket version, different maneuvers need to be made. I've got mechanism, and that's all.
So I can give you a few things
On
here.
the right.
Yeah.
On the right it says, do you have a mechanism number?
A mechanism number. I have a rocket version. Do you need that?
No.
A mechanism number.
What's your rocket version number? What's
Yes.
your rocket type?
It's a single vertical line.
Oh,
It's gotta be version 1, right? Yep.
okay. What rocket type?
Rocket. I have a rocket diagram. Is that how we do
Yes.
this? Okay, it has a main engine, a shuttle, a left booster, and a right booster.
No,
Is that enough? No?
no, it's not in what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a bunch of circle things.
Oh,
With-
sorry, payload attachment?
Yes.
Okay, 2 outer circles. The
Yes.
the innermost of the outer 2 circles is dotted, but they're like
Yes.
closely joined dots.
Yes, and then there are 4 circles: north, south, east, west.
And the north and
There's a
south have 2
heavy-
smaller either side.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. 2 inner boxes made of 4 kind of octangular corners.
Right.
Cool. Yeah, I think we have it.
I've got a code for you.
Give me that code.
Left, up, right.
Just that?
Wait a minute, there's more.
Okay.
But it goes up S D U S. What the hell is that?
Square, probably. Up, S.
Up D U S.
Down, up, S. Yep, that looks good. Are
Okay.
we good? Is that everything?
That's
I want you to
everything.
know that we have
Yeah.
to do some things during launch that are going to be a little bit
Okay,
annoying.
I'm launching right now. There it
Okay,
goes.
at 20%, hit the max Q button.
At 20% hit the max
altitude.
Q button. Okay, and what about this
Yeah.
propulsion shuttle thing?
Yeah, I set them to 2022.
Set. Okay, at 20% hit max Q. 20% of what? The bar?
of altitude max. 20% of the altitude goal hit max Q.
We're getting lots of strikes, like every second.
Hey, that's not good.
Okay, so max Q. Needed to press max Q at the right time. I pressed it as soon as I started getting struck, thinking I was using the wrong... watching the wrong bar for that. But I don't think it was the case. I think it is the percentage thing. But yes, the other thing that was striking us every second is that we needed 2220 rather than 2022.
Oh, you son of a bitch! They changed the order on 2220. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
They've deliberately. Oh, okay. Oh, the little fuckers. You should see this thing, Rexy, go to page 44. Guy, you might want to do this.
Oh
You
yes,
might
I'm
wanna-
there.
Okay, so we had a version 1 rocket. So we were looking at the top left chart, and we were
Right.
looking at stage 1.
Right.
And so I gave him 2022. However, look at the top where these are the order of the buttons on the terminal. So I actually had to give him a 2, a 2, a 2, and a 0 because the down fan was fourth. Is fourth. You see, and in each of the charts, they give it in a different fucking order.
Oh.
All right, they got me this time. I get it.
Noise. Let's talk noise for a sec.
Sure,
Sky.
sure, yeah.
You're going to get an array of circles.
Okay.
And it's going to be 3 vertical, 2 vertical, 3 vertical, 2 vertical, etc. They're only going to be different from my perspective on the far right side. So
Okay.
we're going to be concerned with the far right side.
Okay.
Last 2 columns.
Sure. My input for this is 4 up and down switches. Does that make sense to you?
Yes,
Okay.
that makes sense to me.
Perfect. Okay. Are we gonna same roles?
Yeah.
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 All right. I'm gonna hit retry, folks.
Okay. Get us. If you can do us a favor and get us the rocket version first, right off the bat.
Sure. A vertical and horizontal, one of each. Rex. Input is enter again.
And what's the payload attach?
Oh, sure. So this time there are 8 on the cardinals 8 like rectangles with an equals sign in them,
Yeah.
I guess.
With an eagle sign?
Equals. They have like a double line in.
Yeah. Got
Okay.
your code.
Cool. Let's do it.
Down, square, up. Square up, down, left.
Yep. Whole thing.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, so get ready on. You're doing orbit,
Noise.
aren't you? Thank you.
I'm doing noise.
Yeah, sorry, that is our orbit panel, is the noise panel. Cool. So, Silly, yep, you've got Max Q again, and the shuttle again, but you've got loads of time
Yes.
this time.
It's okay. So, stage 1 goes from 0 to 20%.
Okay.
So, first thing you got to do is going to do 2220,
Yep.
and then max Q at 20%.
Okay. Do you know the
And then
annoying thing
we'll-
about that when you say do Max Q at 20%? I do not. I'm pretty sure there is no readout anywhere in this room that actually gives me a numerical value for the percentage. I only have a bar that's marked at
Okay,
25, 50,
yeah.
and 75.
Yeah, and it says when the altitude of the max Q says when the altitude of the rocket reaches 20% of its altitude goal, the vehicle will be experiencing maximum pressure. All of our rockets have been built to withstand this, but pressing the max Q button will ensure that the rocket is prepared. At max Q, press the button, which is at 20%.
Okay. So I don't know how
yeah.
much of a window either side of that they give me, but I can't press it when a number says 20. I just have to eyeball it.
Yeah, you'll eyeball it. It should be fine.
Okay.
It's just a rocket. How precise does it really need to be?
It's not rocket science.
It's Kiki says it's much easier to pre-calc the max Q as a function of the altitude goal. The top panel's on the big screen in the main room. What's the altitude goal?
Oh, that's what that means. I read that as alternative goal. Alt goal is 250.
Okay, so then at 100.
Right. Okay. Yeah, sure. No, at 50,
Okay.
right?
50, yes.
Okay. So that's what the altitude number means. Got you. Okay, so when altitude is 50, I hit that. Okay, I'm going to do the countdown if everyone's ready.
Yes.
You good to go, Rex? Ready on that noise?
I'm sorry, I'm muted, yes.
Cool. Beginning the countdown. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Kiki's amazing.
1. Launch.
Okay,
have left off.
2220, then get ready on max Q.
2220. Get ready on max Q at altitude 50. Our propulsion values are in.
Okay, at 25%, we're looking at 2721.
Okay. At 25%.
Or 30%, yeah.
Okay. It's going well so far. We're approaching altitude 50. Max Q has been hit. Seems good. 30% at 250.
Well,
Stage 1 separation.
Stage 1
somewhere around
separations
7
happen, that's fine. 2721. The separations happen at the right times, I guess. Okay, 2721 is in. Any more max Qs or are we good?
No, that's it.
Excellent.
Your last set is -4, then 013.
-4013.
Affirmative.
Get ready, Rex. -4013. -4013.
Stage 2.
Stage 2 separation. -4013.
Correct.
Alright, that should be... No strike so far is good. I think that should be it for propulsion. And then we'll be onto orbit. Okay, propulsion is complete. Rex, we have the orbit inputs.
Last two columns of the noise.
Of noise. So, okay, so I have like 3,
Yeah.
3, 2 repeated over and over again. It's just the last two
Right.
columns of that.
Yes.
It's still just 3, 2. The pattern continues.
Up, down, up, down.
That was a strike.
Oh my gosh.
No, I concur with Rex, though. But we'll see.
But it could be the third one.
How do we tell the
The
difference?
the middle
know.
is black for me. Like there are these little bow ties, if you like, in the gaps.
Yes.
Yeah.
The middle
Yes,
the
there's
middle
a
is
bow
black.
tie in the middle.
So
Then it's up, down, up, down.
so mine doesn't have a bow tie in the middle.
Okay, it's down, down, up, down.
That was another strike.
No. Is it if it's filled in? Is it filled in or not?
Yes, I don't have a bow tie.
Then it's up, down, up, down.
Up, down. It said that was wrong. Oh, unless it changed for a strike. It might have changed per strike.
Thank you, my beautiful darling.
Yeah, okay, it changes every time I enter it, so it might have been up, down, up, down. Sorry.
Okay, next one.
Okay. Retrying.
Oh, we got our maximum strikes? We
Yes,
blew up?
that only allowed 2 strikes on that one. Okay, Rex. So, sorry, silly rocket version, vertical, and lower left to upper right.
Mechanism?
Your payload
Or
attachment,
the
Rex?
payload attachment, yes.
Cool. So, outer ring is a dotted circle. Intersecting that north and south are 2 concentric squares.
Yes.
2 circles at east-west a little further in.
Okay.
Happy?
Square, up, down, square.
Yep.
Left, right,
Sorry,
up, square.
I entered that wrong. Can I reset this? Does it say anything on the manual about how you would redo an input?
No.
Okay. Because if this is wrong, I don't know how I would... Maybe we just eat a strike on it.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how that would work. Okay, I'm going to assume that we just eat a strike on that and then it just allows us to proceed. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay. And by bow tie, you mean 2 circles.
Well, in the gaps that are formed by 4 touching circles is like 2 tiny triangles in the middle, right?
Understood.
Are you ready to go if I go to countdown, Silly?
I am. What's your max altitude? What's your altitude goal?
So I think we're working with 250 again.
Okay. So 50 again.
Okay, so at 50 we submit our first values. Do you have those first values for me?
No. At 50 is your max Q button.
Sorry, yes. And then at 30% we do the first values. Okay, do you have the first set of values?
The first set of values is 4, -7, 6, -2.
4, -7, 6, -2. 4, 7, 6, 2. Okay. 4, 7, 6, 2. Okay, I'm going to try the countdown. We're going to see what happens with this pre-launch input. If it just kills us. Beginning countdown. You said it was 4 minus 7, 6 minus 2, yeah?
Correct.
4, 7, 6, 2. Okay, how much of a strike do we get for this? Almost killed us, but we are alive. 4, 7, 6, 2. Max Q at 50. So Rex, you're okay until we hit noise now.
Right.
Get ready on your next set of inputs, Silly. We're not far off.
I'm ready.
Altitude 40. Altitude 50. Maximum pressure compensated.
Excellent.
Stage
Should have
1
separation.
Stage 1 separation.
0, -4, -2, 5.
0, -4, -2, 5. Approaching stage 2 separation. Halfway to our altitude goal. So we got 80% out of the 100% fail max here
Okay.
for the attach.
Stage 2 separation.
Right.
Stage 2 separation.
-1, +2, +2, +6.
Entered 80% altitude. But yeah, I'll be careful with the attach submission next time.
No, we're fine. We won't have another one.
All right, we're reaching 100% altitude. We have an orbit input. So for noise, Rex,
Yes.
my last columns are 2, 1, and I see nothing else out of the ordinary on the columns.
Down, up, down, up.
Okay, that's good. I don't know if there are multiple stages to this module, or if that's just... Yeah, no, there are 3. There are 3, I see it. This one looks completely normal, just 3, 2, nothing unusual.
Okay. Down, down, up, down.
One more. 3, 1, the 1 being at the top.
Right. Up, triple down.
Input complete on orbit. I'm releasing the payload.
Does it feel good?
Payload released.
Mission accomplished.
Mission success. That's what I always say.
I'm not even going to say anything. I really shouldn't.
Oh, puppy.
Some people light up a cigarette. I say mission success.
Okay, you say something. I was like, I'm not going to make a Jane comment here.
Rubik said, but that max payload is max Q is always 20% of alcohol. That's a
Okay.
hard-coded
Always.
value.
Cool. Thank you. All right. Well done, guys.
I'm just surprised that releasing your payload's not against YouTube's terms of service. I wouldn't do that on stream.
As long as we're not playing
you are a
copyrighted
brave
music, I
man,
can do what I
Sky.
like, right?
Puppy, stand up.
Puppy cannot stand up.
I think we need a standing ovation for that mission, silly.
I have really cute game controller underwear on right now, but that's as much as I'm able to tell you about what's going on over here. It is indeed, Tathra. But I can't show them to you because I think that's probably against Twitch terms. Everything's covered. Everything's covered. Technically, it wouldn't be illegal, but I don't care. It's not what. That's not what. This is. I've said it about other streamers. I'm going to say it about myself. That's not what Twitch is for. Damn it. Okay,
That's
I want
not
to do
what
one more mission. I want to do another mission, but I do have to be right back because I got to grab a soda super quick. One
Okay,
second.
no worries. I'm seeing chat saying that they maybe spotted a needy on this one before I panned the camera away.
Uh-oh. I got your needy.
Okay. I keep hearing a blinking noise that I assume is the needy.
I've got 4 different kinds of needy: RGB, config, Boolean, and system.
I'm seeing an RGB right now.
Okay.
I don't know if it will necessarily be that one, but I assume it probably is.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Hi.
Okie dokie.
I am seated. I have me a soda. I am happy.
I guess I'm just going to go deep end and we'll just run a mission and see how badly we do, but then we can plan. We
Okay.
ready, folks?
Yep.
Alright, retrying. I have 2 pre-launches. Silly, if you want to go to clearance. Rex, if you want to go to switch, please.
Clearance. Got it.
I have an in, a button that says in. One of these things has something, a window that's counting down, 730, and it says input enter, and the other one just says input enter. I don't know whose is whose out of those 2.
I've got 2 switches, and I've got a floppy disk that we're going to have to identify.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I see the floppy. Oh, I know whose is whose. Yeah, yours is the window that's counting down, silly. So you're going to tell me in at a certain time, I assume.
Okay.
Rex, I can describe a floppy disk if you want.
Go ahead.
It's
There are 3 shades of gray.
middle grey, maybe. Oh, there's a
Got
needy.
it.
You wanted to do needy, right, Rex? RGB.
Yes.
Am I
Yeah.
giving you a color order? I see red, green, blue, yellow.
Yes. Give me whether they're on or off.
All on by the looks of it.
0.
What do you mean by 0? Do nothing?
There's a 0 button. I got input 0.
Am I?
Button 0123.
Okay,
The
right.
buttons are labeled.
So we got a
0123.
strike, but we know for next time. Okay, all lit again,
Yeah.
so 0.
Yes.
Oh fuck, is that blue lit? It's on a blue panel. I think it is. We'll say, yep, that seemed good. So Rex, I'm gonna say like a middling grey for the floppy.
Right. What about the window for the disk part? In top center
Yeah, like a black rectangle on the left hand side, on light
on the left
grey.
side,
Yeah,
and it's taller. It's wider than it's tall.
it's wider
Not
than
square.
No, it's taller than it's wide by the looks of it. Just the black square. The actual it's on a rectangle
No.
that's
The
wide.
window that the black square is in.
Sure, that's wider than it is tall. Yeah,
Okay.
it's shifted slightly to the right if that matters. It's not perfectly central.
Okay. HD4.
I have two
Okay.
up
I
and down switches.
I think we got 4 for the ID. Yeah.
Okay, so what am I doing with two switches?
The two
then?
switches are both down.
Do both down. Okay, get ready on June propulsion, Rex. June propulsion.
In propulsion.
Silly. Do you know what I'm doing with this clearance button?
No, I don't.
Do you want Rex to have a look? Swap off.
I'd like him to look at it with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what am I looking at, Bubs?
Take a look at. You're looking at clearance under pre-launch.
Pre-launch.
It's page 31.
Got it.
Okay, so it talks about
Date ID in Appendix 7.
yes, go to Appendix 7.
I can tell you a date if you need a date.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
date?
22nd of February.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. That's ID 8.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so ID 8 gives us an input of 2. I don't know what
Right.
that means.
I just pressed in when my window number said 2. I think that's correct. We've got 5 seconds to launch. I think we're actually okay to launch, so let's see how this goes.
Okay,
Rex,
we are.
Rex, go to June propulsion. We'll work it out as we go.
Right.
Okay, I have a zigzaggy line, Rex, starting at upper left, bouncing to lower right, up, down, and I have buttons 0 through 9. If you can work out what you think I'm meant to do there, let me know. Silly, you're going to a binary orbit. We just
Cool, that'll be easy.
Pattern 6.
Oh, we were just a little late on it. We did get a strike. But I think we know what we're doing, don't we?
No, is there red, green, or blue anywhere on my thing?
Red, green, or blue? Oh, it was a blue line.
Okay,
We'll get
That
another
would
one
be,
and we'll see how we go. That one's
yeah.
gone, but we'll see how we do.
that's fine.
Do we know what floppy disk we've got?
Oh,
for,
three diamonds blue. 3 diamonds blue. Floppy disk was ID 4, I think, Silly.
3 diamonds blue. Okay, got it.
And we've missed it. We're still not dead though. We get more strikes for this one. Ah, okay. I'm getting strikes because
4.
No stage transition. June needed 4, inputted none. RGB. Oh, I missed an RGB. No
Yeah.
stage transition. No stage. I have new.
You have 5 seconds for June, apparently.
That's horrible. Okay. Also,
So this is why we had you be the diffuser for this kind of thing. And I'm being serious because we knew that this was going to be everything was going to be very time sensitive.
I'm realizing a new thing on this mission, which is I don't think the rocket just does the separations anymore. I think I do the separations now. Because it's saying no stage transition on my fail list. And on my stages panel, I have new buttons that say 2, 3, and 4, where I assume launch is implied to be 1, and then 2 is the first separation, 3 is the second separation, 4 is the final.
Okay,
and then
2
I
is
to
going to
orbit.
be at 40%.
Not 30.
40.
Huh, okay. And do you know about 3 and
40%
4?
on altitude goal. There is no 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. Is this specific to the rocket?
Yes.
Got you. Okay, thanks, Rex. So I need to hit max Q at.
But it does say the pattern color thing. I have a 5-second deadline.
Yeah, it's nasty. I'm gonna have to just give you a brief description, and you'll have to interpret it as best you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talk about floppy disks for a second.
Sure. So I had to give Rex a floppy for his pre-launch,
Okay.
and then do you need it as well for the binary orbit?
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a medium gray with a black on the left side
Yeah.
of this slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was an
HD4.
HD4. It was HD4. Okay. So then I go here.
Okay. So when that's nice, then when we solve that part, when Rex does his switch pre-launch, you can also keep a note of what that is ready for your binary.
Okay.
How
Okay.
many?
Oh, interesting.
How many-
Okay, so
Sorry, silly. Go.
so you get so then in orbit you're gonna get like a number. You're gonna get a binary number, and I'm gonna have to give you the. I'm gonna have to give you to read to you how the 8 buttons have to. Which of the 8 buttons have to be pressed? Labeled 1 through 8 in reading order.
Okay, sure.
But the problem is the buttons. The bit values, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, etc.
Yep.
Those change based off of the disk version.
Right. Got you.
So like, I can't just tell you, hey, it's if your value is 129,
Yeah.
where you have to hit the 1 and the 128. I have to tell you where those buttons are.
Okay, no worries.
So I will calculate all of that out for you, and then I'm going to tell you press buttons 1, 3, and 8.
Cool.
Okay, this makes sense to me.
Rex, how many different patterns are there for the Dune propulsion?
Quite a few. Not quite a few. There's 10 of them. 10.
Maybe we should just have names for them, because some of them are very hard to describe in 5 seconds. 5 seconds is horrible for that. That's really nasty. You might be muted as well, Rex.
Yeah. So you've got. What do you give him?
I have to describe the pattern and the color it's appearing in
Oh, okay, and then
in 5 seconds.
okay.
It's pretty gross.
It's not that bad. I mean, I see the 10 patterns. They're not great, but I mean, they definitely could have names.
Are you with us, Rex? Uh-oh. Oh, my needy was the same value every single time it came up during this bomb.
Coincidental.
Rocket.
It's not a bomb. I mean, it blew up like one, but
yeah.
that was our fault. Not.
It's basically a guided bomb.
Muted. I'm sorry, I was muted. The patterns. Do you want to talk about the patterns, Sky?
I think we should briefly just name them or something.
Right.
So
there's one that's a pure checkerboard.
Okay, checkerboard. There's a zigzag, which was the first one we had.
Yeah, let's go through them in my order in
okay,
my
sure,
manual.
Sure.
There's equal sign on either side with a V in the middle.
Equal sign on either side with a V in the middle. What do you want to call that?
V.
Sure.
Okay. There's a wide plus sign. It's just
Yeah.
the whole width and
Yeah.
it's plus sign.
I've seen that one.
There's 2 circles.
Are we just calling that plus?
No, wide plus.
Wide plus, okay. The 2 circles
two
are like
circles.
widened horizontally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You happy with circles? for
Eyeballs.
that?
There's
They're
one with
eyeballs.
a ordinary eyeballs. Is
Yeah,
fine.
I saw eyeballs for that. Yeah.
There's one with an ordinary plus sign with a chevron in the upper left and a chevron in the lower right. That's going to be plus.
Okay, sure.
There's zigzag.
Zigzag, yeah.
You know zigzag. There's one this one's a little hard to describe, pattern 7. Pups, help me out.
Is it a big
To me, it
wide
almost
H
looks
with arms?
Yes, H
Okay.
with
Yeah.
arms.
H
It
with
looked
arms.
like a bridge to me, but
Bridge?
H.
I like bridge.
I've got one that's on a D on the left side and a backwards D on the right side with 2 dots in the middle.
Yeah, give her the D.
D.
Oh dear.
I've got 3 circles, not 2, not eyeballs.
I saw them as
3
diamonds to distinguish from the eyeballs.
3 diamonds.
Yeah.
3 diamonds. I've got a vertical line in the center with 2 wide equal signs on either side. Equal sign with a vertical line. Not to be confused with the.
I saw it as negative space. I see the T's. Like I see the.
Okay, fine.
Do you see that, Sky?
I think I know what you mean. It's not a pattern that I've seen come up, but
Okay. It looks like it looks like two nails that are head to head, but you're gonna see the
I can
inverse
imagine
of
that.
that.
I can imagine what you mean with the equals and the line in the middle.
Yeah, basically two equal signs with a vertical line in the middle. Yeah.
So I just got a pattern that I didn't think we described, which almost looked like a V in the middle with equals on either side.
Yeah, V.
That was V. Yeah, that we've had that.
That was the second one I described.
It was
Okay,
right
I
after
feel-
checkerboard.
I feel like I just missed that entirely. Okay, sure.
So-
V, sure.
Checkerboard.
Okay, checkerboard
Victor.
V, wide plus,
Yep,
eyeballs,
yep,
narrow plus,
yep,
zigzag,
yep.
H with the extensions.
Is bridge
D,
okay?
bridge is better.
Yep.
D,
D,
3
diamonds,
diamonds,
yep,
and 2 nails.
and nails, sure.
Got it.
Okay.
You could use Nordic for the third pattern for the wide plus. It looks very much like
Yeah,
Finland.
it does look like a Nordic cross.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
We're happy
Ready
to
to
go
go.
again, folks? All right. So
Yeah.
I assume you heard me say, Rex, you were just on mute, but I got the same RGB pattern every single time during this. So I just constantly
Yeah, I know
hit
that was
zero.
pretty weird.
I don't know if
I
that's a
don't think that's
bug
unusual.
or intended, or if the next time that's going to happen, but
I
just
think that's random.
be ready for me to do it again. Because even while
Yes.
we've been sitting here discussing it, it's been coming up again. It's always zero.
Oh well, that's interesting. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, just be ready. That might change.
I'm
Yep,
ready
yep.
on your pre-launch clearance and your binary orbit.
Fantastic. I guess one last thing to just quickly mention. Altitude goal is 300. So I need to be hitting max Q at 60.
60.
And I need to be
60.
hitting my manual separation at 120, I think.
Is this for June?
Yeah.
June separation is at 40%, so at 120. Correct.
And I only need to press button 2, Rex said.
Yeah, there is no third stage. Correct.
Cool. Okay, fantastic.
It's a two-stager.
All right.
On the floppy disk.
On the
Can we
floppy
talk
disk.
floppy
We
disk
can,
for a
yeah.
minute? I need the disk color.
Yep.
3 stages of gray.
Yep.
I need the window position, and where is that black spot position within the window?
When you say window position, where else can it be besides top middle?
It could be hugging the right side, hugging the left side,
Okay, fine.
and it can be a big square. Taller.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it can be taller.
Okay, cool.
There's a weird one.
No worries.
Yeah. And there can be no black window too.
No problem.
Black thing. Okay.
We ready?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Retrying. Okay, floppy for both of you. Black floppy. Window top with the black square in the center of the window. Everything is centered up.
Okay,
Okay.
RAM 2. 2.
Rams too. Yep.
Okay, so you have the Rex RGB red and green are off. I have just blue yellow.
There's blue yellow.
Can I get the date for the
3.
launch?
Again, Rex.
3.
Cool, thank you. Date is 4th of October.
2. Your switches, your 2 switches
Yes.
are up down.
Entered. Get ready on June propulsion.
Yep.
Do you want pattern or color first? Pattern, I guess.
Patterned.
Are there any other conditions to the buttons I hit on RGB, Rex? Like if they all come on, it's just 0 again, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I can just start remembering these.
Yes.
Cool. How you doing, Tilly?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know what I'm doing with clearance?
Yes, 2.
Okay. Okay, we've inputted 2 for clearance. We've inputted our switches up down for switch. I think we're good. I'm going to do the countdown. Is everyone ready?
I wish you told me you
Yes.
were waiting on me, but yeah.
Well, I just thought you were solving it.
Oh, no, it's quick.
Okay, so begin count. So what? It's at 60. It's max Q. At 120, it's 2. Rex and I are doing stuff. RGB's shouting at me. Getting ready on binary with Silly. I think we're all
Yep.
good. Okay, I'm starting the countdown. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Clock has started.
Rex, get ready.
Mm-hmm.
V, green.
6.
Thank you, that's good. Long plus red.
1.
Thank you. Hold on. Max Q being hit. No, I got a fail for that. Did I hit it early?
We still a rocket?
We're still alive. Okay, nails red.
9.
Stage 1.
Okay, stage 1 separation done. V green.
6.
Checker red.
1.
All going pretty well, I think. We're at 75% altitude. I think we maybe have one more, Rex.
Okay.
Or maybe we're just done. No, I think maybe we're just done.
We're done.
Alright, we've reached altitude. Silly, let's enter some binary.
Yes. Okay, what's our number?
Match 48.
It's just 48?
It's asking for 48, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Bravo column, both of them.
It looks good to me. Entering, sent, and I'm gonna send the payload, I guess. Where's the timer for this? Release before. Before. Oh Jesus! They've shortened the word before to the letter B and the number 4, which just looks like a label for something. Like
Bravo
Yeah.
4.
Bravo 4, yeah. Played too much Catane. Okay, so I have like 100 seconds to release the payload, so it's weird how much time we have to do this versus the insane crunch for the propulsion panel.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm gonna hit end.
At my age, I can't launch a payload in 100 seconds. I'm just telling you.
It's a positive, isn't it?
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Is in orbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think NASA has confetti sprinklers as well?
I hope
Yes.
so. I would hope so. Do you think it like gets in all the machinery and stuff? Feel good. I like this game. I know it's rough around the edges. I know it needs a little bit of help here and there, but it has potential.
Yeah, it is definitely rough, but I'm enjoying it as well.
And I gotta tell you, like this last mission where, like we done all the pre-launch stuff, and you're kind of counting it out loud, like I'm gonna be doing this with Rex, and then I'm gonna get over to
Yeah.
Puppy, and I'm gonna. It started to sound to me like you were getting into a nice groove over there, and you were being kept busy, which is something that we didn't always get to do with Catane with you.
Yes, this feels more diffuser active, which is a nice benefit that this has maybe over Catane. Certainly vanilla Catane.
Yeah, you certainly feel like you're like you're busy.
Yeah.
And things are very time sensitive, and you'll get a flow of like, all right, I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to hit the max Q button. I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to go over to Puppy. And it's like, you immediately, I know, get workflow in your head super quick, and this is really nice. I'm glad you're doing it.
I definitely like the whole diffuser plate spinning kind of vibe.
You've got a lot of irons in the fire all at once, and then little by little they start to dissipate, and we get just to all the orbit stuff, and you're just like, it's done.
I gotta say, even though it's a weird design decision, the fact that once you hit orbit, you just have this like really chill puzzle to complete. Thematically, it's kind of nice because that is sort of how a launch feels. I think a lot of it is just because of the sound, but like when you're watching a real launch, you have this like insane roaring, rumbling like rocket liftoff and loads of camera shake and stuff as it's going through the atmosphere. And then when you break atmosphere into space, everything just goes super like dead silent and you're just drifting there. And the fact that puzzle is so chill after the hectic propulsion part feels like it kind of matches that, which is cool.
Kiki says, by the way, the game has a built-in version of a clown car mode, basically split screen 2 people at the terminal.
Very good.
Now, something we're gonna have to do and really panic Rex for a few minutes. I don't know where we're gonna put Rex, but we're gonna make him, because I know he'll be panicked if we make him be in front of a terminal, but he'll also panic if it's both of us asking him for stuff all the time.
Well,
how's your heart, Rex, right now? No palpitations, nothing bad?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
See, I told you we'd have a good time with this.
Yeah, no, this is fine. But it is dodgy at first, I must say.
Yeah, we were a little confused because we were looking at comms, which we completely didn't have to do.
Yeah, it was.
And
a
I think we're starting to get,
agree.
and just like Catane, I think we're starting to get a hang of how the modules or how the various puzzles are developed, and the information we need from each. And so we're starting to get into a rhythm on how to ask for the information we want and what's relevant and what isn't.
Coming up with the names for those patterns was key. We didn't have time to fumble there.
Yeah, that timer was unforgivable.
Brutal.
It's not fucking around.
Yeah.
That one's not fucking around. I like that this kind of forces us to build on what we've always done with Catane, which is to build communication systems.
Yeah.
I still tell the story of when we went to the escape room together in LA.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the guy who worked there was like, how the fuck did you people do that so fast? And we're like, this is what we do.
Well, the guy was telling us not to do alphabet by numbers.
But we just ignored him and did it anyway.
Yeah, that was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were in a section of the escape room where I was separated from Mrs. Puppy, Rex, and Sky. And they could hear me, but I could see them. And that was the extent to which we could communicate. And so it became, I gave them, I had to type something into a computer, I think I recall. And somehow we used, A1Z26 to communicate back and forth what we needed. And the guy comes over the loudspeaker like, there's other ways to do this. And I'm like, we got this. I actually yelled at him. I'm like, no, we have this. We know what we're doing. Like, we immediately fell into our Catane rhythm, and this is forcing us to create new communication systems that is always so nice to do.
Yeah.
Like, we learned how to communicate barcodes and shit today, which was great.
Let's do a schedule.
Let us do a schedule.
Just before we jump into that, and just because I had one more question about that mission we've just done. Maybe a question for Kiki, but chat more generally for anyone who's played it. I got a strike, and I'm not sure why. Did I just hit max Q like a second too early? I got like a 50-point strike there for something. So that is a question to chat. Feel free to go to schedule. I'm sure they'll get back to me.
Yeah. Oh, schedule. Today is Thursday. We just did rockets are super hard. This may be
not the only thing. Sorry.
Oh, puppy. We may be doing this again next Thursday. Who knows?
I'd like that.
Tomorrow's Friday. Train Valley 2 Day, going up against the evil Dark Rocket and the benchmark times he has set. and tough competition there. Notice I didn't say stiff competition, puppy. I almost did.
I mean, I don't understand why you would have avoided it, but okay.
Anyhow, Saturday, Settlers New Allies. I'm nearing the end of that game. Got a new mission ahead of us. Settlers New Allies, Saturday. Sunday, puppy, what are you doing?
I want to do Jackbox on Sunday. God damn it!
God damn it!
I don't mean to blaspheme right after Yom Kippur, but god damn it, I want some Jackbox.
There you go. You'll have to fast again for another day, pups.
If you think that's the worst sin I'm gonna do this year, you got nothing coming.
Sunday Jackbox. Phoenix Point may be done. We had a marathon 7-hour stream last Sunday.
That was crazy when you told me about that.
Yeah, I know it was brutal, but we finished the game. And I don't know that doing the other scenarios is going to have a big payoff. And so I think we're in the in-between times between games. I got the next game planned out, but oh boy, Phoenix Point. That was one hell of a game. I need some time off. And we're going to take it. Yes?
Refresh your schedule page for me, if you would.
Oh, I'll refresh the schedule.
Yeah, that feels like end of an era, does Phoenix Point.
It is an end of an era. You've been doing that for so long.
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't see it. Did you change Sunday Jackbox?
No, I changed Tuesday.
Tuesday. Monday we have off. Tuesday. I'm getting my COVID shot on Monday, guys. Tuesday. Off this week. What the hell?
Tuesday is Mrs. Puppy and my anniversary.
Oh,
congratulations!
How nice.
Well, I mean, assuming we make it that far.
Assuming we make it that far, how many years will it be?
Mrs. Puppy and I will have been married 24 years.
Wow.
On Tuesday.
And what's the magic material for 24 years?
It's probably, if you ask me, because the first is like the paper anniversary, and then the 25th is something else.
Anniversary or something after that.
I think the 24th is like some sort of polycarbonate. I don't know.
Oh, there you are. What is 25? Is that
asbestos?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, never mind. You don't know either. Wednesday, Ratchet Clank.
Hold on, 25th. 25th is the silver anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Mostly because any hair I have left is pretty much that color at this point.
Oh, puppy.
It's true.
I'm not checking.
Okay.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Rexy, for once I'm the straight man on the joke. Holy shit.
Wednesday, let's move on. Wednesday, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. We had a great stream yesterday. That is a super fun game. Gonna get back into it on Wednesday. Thursday, like I said, rockets are puppy.
Trivially easy.
Super, super hard. You know why? They've taken their little blue pills.
Yeah, rash.
The rash is back. Rockets are super hard is coming back on Thursday, hopefully next week.
Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, that's right. Next Tuesday, I'm going to see Stop Making Sense. Hopefully. Anyhow. There's your schedule. Puppy, take us home.
I am home. You're home. Sky's home. But let's take everybody else home. Everybody, I hope you've had a wonderful time with Rockets Are Super Hard. I can't thank Rubik's, Kiki, and everybody else who helped us figure out what the hell we were doing for the first 45 minutes of that. But then once we're starting to get into our groove, I think we're starting to solve some shit, and I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Until we see you, gosh, it's tomorrow. Until we see you tomorrow, stay well, stay happy, stay safe, take care of the ones you love in your real life and online communities. Be a positive person in someone's life today. For Rex, Sky, myself, Mrs. Puppy, the cats, and everyone else in the TGB crew, thank you so very much for being here. We very much look forward to giving you more content in the upcoming days, as you just heard. And that's about it. Any farewell words from you, gents?
If I have to make a positive change in someone's day today, I've got 1 minute to do it, so I'm going to have to get a move on.
I can make a positive change in someone's day in a minute.
There you go.
And on that note, farewell, everyone.
Cheers
Have
for
a
watching,
great
folks.
night. Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.